Hey guys, how are you doing? I'm Marc and I'm on my way home from the Iceland journey. If you haven't seen it, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go on my channel and check it out. I wanted to show you guys quickly everything I packed, everything I brought to Iceland, so that you guys know or have an idea what you might have to pack, have to bring when you are going on a big motorcycle journey. So it might not always be the perfect gear, but it's what I had for this trip. Next trip it might be something else, so I don't know. So yeah, so let me show you guys. Let me start here. That's my tent. It's a cheap tent for 1 to 2 persons from Amazon. It's nothing special really. I might get a new one for the next trip because I thought it is maybe a bit too small for me and all my gear that I want to store in the tent at night. So it was a bit crowded in there, but it worked, super cheap. And yeah, next time I'm gonna get a bigger one that packs smaller. So yeah, we have even less stuff on the bike. Oh yeah, great tent. All right, in here I packed everything for what's in the tent. A couple of things, let me just show you guys. All right, so yeah, some jackets, fleece jacket, that's very important. Also cheap stuff from Aldi, 10 euro, keeps you warm. Right, in here I have just all my toiletry stuff, like toothbrush and you know, what you need in the bathroom, you know. This is some towels, some laundry, you know, there's a hat in there, just some clothes, you know. Yeah, shower, sandals, rubber sandals, cheap stuff, very good for camping, you know. My portable pharmacy, just you know, things you might need, you know, plaster, just mosquito spray, just all the stuff you might need for emergencies or whatever, or when you get sick, or all this kind of stuff. This is my sleeping mat, super cheap. I bought it on eBay Marketplace for like 10 euro, used from somebody, worked super fine. Nothing to complain. It's self-inflating, perfect, really good. Yeah, this is an isolation mat for underneath the sleeping mat. Very good when you go somewhere where it's colder, like in Iceland. It's awesome. Just a tarp. Here's another towel in there. Another tarp. I don't know why I brought 2 tarps, but yeah, I had 2 tarps this trip. I'll just get 1 tarp next time. This is my sleeping bag. I spent a bit more money for that one because it has a comfort zone of 2 degrees. It's very portable, you know. It's not too big, but super warm. So that kept me really warm every night. Also not super expensive, but it really works. And this is just a cheapo heating vest with USB. Very, very cheap. Super cheap. USB, you just put your power bank on and it keeps you warm. I used it a couple of times when I was cold. Headlight, didn't really use it because it wasn't dark. Here I have some Gore-Tex gloves just for driving in the rain. Also didn't use them because it wasn't raining so much. So yeah. Okay guys, that's everything that is in that bag here. Okay, that's that. So let me show you what's in here. Basically I have all my electronics and this kind of stuff in here because it's waterproof, it's a hard case, and I can lock it when I go, you know, exploring, whatever. On top of it is just some more clothes, like, you know, pants, extra pants, sweaters, shirts, not much. I just put it on top of here, because then it prevents all the electronics from bouncing around in the case. So it's like a buffer. It's pretty practical. All right, so yeah, here's my drone, my DJI Mini 2. Awesome drone, works really good. Yeah, just a DJI Pocket that I'm filming with right now. Just some spare camera stuff. The iPad I have in here. Just hard drives and cables and all this kind of stuff you need. Just a little toolbox I have in here, and also my battery air pump. And some power banks I have in here. Yep. And that is about it. Just, you know, all the electronic stuff that I need, plus on top of it some clothes. That's about it. All right, so here in this pan here, on the right pan here, I have just basically all of my tools that I need for repairs or maintenance of the bike. It's all in this pannier here. That is plus the rain gear I have in this bag. That's an additional rain jacket. Just also cheap Amazon stuff, worked perfect in the rain. Yeah, just that is some tools here. I have some oil. I brought a spare clutch cable. I needed one at one trip and I didn't have one, so I always bring one now. Yeah, and yeah, just some tools, you know, just basic stuff. Basic tools, some, you know, chain lubricant and oil, of course, for the old Honda. Yeah, just that I can repair a tire and just fix some basic stuff. Just, you know, when you're on the road and when you're in the middle of nowhere, you need to help yourself so that you have tools. I think everybody knows a bit, you know, what he's able to do on his own and what kind of tools he would need for it. Also, you have the board tools from your bike. You know, every bike has a tool set, a little one. Just a first aid tool set. The Honda has that as well. So you don't need stuff. I maybe overpacked a bit on tools, like wrenches and all this stuff, you know. But yeah, I thought better have more tools than not enough tools, or not the tools that you would need when you're out and about. So in this pannier here, this is pretty empty right now, because I use this mostly for camping stuff and food. I have a bag here, and that is usually full of food for like 2 to 3 or 3 to 4 days worth of food. Depends on, you know, how much I buy. Because in Iceland, you know, for example, everything is super expensive, and that's why you have to get the food at the bonus supermarket, you know, and then you can just cook yourself something at the campground, you know, or wherever you are for lunch. So you don't need to go in a restaurant or anything. Also, when you're stranded somewhere, you always have food. That is super important. Yeah, that's basically in here. Just, you know, camp cooker. That is just a little tarp for the Honda. Just a little cover. That is, I bring that always, you know, and then just some making coffee, just a cup, you know, just not so much. A little chair. Also, you know, Amazon, 15 euro. Not super fancy. And yeah, that's basically it. Here, in here, yeah. Just some bags for your trash. Trash, that is always important, yeah. And of course, pans and pots. Also, the cheapest stuff that I could find on Amazon, you know, just super basic stuff. Works fine, you know, it doesn't have to be expensive. Yeah, here I also have the tools to change the tire. They're a bit heavy, you know, but yeah, when you need them, you're super happy that you have them. Also, just for emergencies, I brought a little water filter. Didn't need it, but you know, in Iceland, everything, you can basically drink the water straight out of the creek or whatever. But yeah, I brought it just for emergencies, and also it doesn't cost much, and it's good to have. Just I brought a little wood stove, you know. I never used it because I've always been on camping grounds, but I thought, okay, maybe also good to have. All right, yeah, that's basically everything that's in here. Also not so much. All right, so in the tank bag, this is most of the time it's almost empty because I always just put in like mainly it is for my camera, you know. It's right now I'm using the camera. It's this camera here. It's really cool. Like I have this little tripod here, just pull it out when I need it, and then I can just place the camera wherever I want it to be. This is how I film me driving, you know, like I just pull up somewhere and I just take it out of here, put it somewhere, do the filming, you know, then come back, put it away, bam, put it in here. Super easy, super fast. That is very important for me. Okay, I'll put it back here now. Yeah, other than that, it's mostly empty, you know. Like just a little tripod in there, just some camera stuff. You know, my personal stuff I have in here. I also put in the chargers for the little Insta360 cameras. You know, I have a video about all my camera gear, so I don't need to really talk about it right now because I have a video about that on my channel. Check it out. I actually made several videos about different setups, you know. You can just check it out and find your perfect setup. So yeah, I'll put the cameras, I have it in here. You know, that is everything that I need to access, you know. And also when I go, then I'll just take the bag off and then I just take it with me, you know. And then I have my valuables in here, my wallet, my passport and all this stuff, you know. I have it in here, I have it always with me. So that's basically what the tank bag is for. Yeah, then I bring this little spare canister. If you have seen the videos, you know we needed it really badly. And we used it and it came in very handy. And yeah, I can only recommend to bring something like that on your trip. So yeah, that's basically it. So I always carry my water. I basically always carry like 4 liters of water. I have an extra plastic bottle, 2 liters with water, and my hydration bag has 1.5 liters. Just to always stay hydrated, you know, always have enough water. That's super important. My bike gear is also not the super most fanciest, you know, like this is just Pro Biker from Louis Europe shop. It's not even like a brand, it's just their house brand, you know. It was, I don't know, it was like 150 euro or 200 euro. It's cheap stuff. The shoes are really cool. They're from Touratech. They were also cheap. I got them cheap, 150 euro. And they have those inner boots when you take them off and you basically wear your street shoes. And they're Gore-Tex. I did hikes with them. I wore them all the time and they're super comfy, keep you warm, and they're perfect, you know. You don't need to bring extra shoes and they're easy. And once you get used to the heavy booty part, you know, like they're super heavy, and switching the gears is a bit complicated, but you get used to it, and once you're used to it, then everything is fine. Okay guys, I think I mentioned everything. I didn't want to make it too long of a video. I just wanted to let you guys know what I pack, what I bring on a big motorcycle journey, because some of you guys asked. I hope that video helped you a bit. Then leave us a like and a cool comment as well. If you have any questions, just write it in the comments. I read them all. You can just, I will answer them. Yeah, I'm not sponsored by anybody, you know, I just buy what I think works. And most of the time it's not even expensive stuff. And yeah, I think that is what I have here, is stuff that anybody can afford. It's really not super expensive, and it's basically everything you need. All right, if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel. That would be super awesome. If you haven't seen our journey, go to the channel. There's a playlist. You can watch the whole trip. It was the trip of a lifetime. All right, guys, we go back on the road. We have to get back to Berlin. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day. Ciao.